guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming the Equestrian Tag. I've seen that a lot of other YouTubers have done this tag, so I thought that I would give it a go. I've got all the questions saved on my phone ready to go, but before I get into it, I just wanted to say thank you so much for 200 subscribers. I think we're at like 201 now or something, but we just hit 200 overnight, which is really exciting. I went to bed and I had like 195 or 196 or something, and I woke up and I had 201, so I was like super excited, super chuffed. I made it my goal for like this week to get to 200 subscribers. So yeah, I'm really thankful for all 200 of you, and yeah, thank you so much. So let's get into the tag. So, oh no, did I just, oh no, I thought I deleted it. I was like, no! Okay, so the first question, Western or English? I've ridden both Western and English before. I currently ride English. That's my saddle there. You guys would have seen it in my saddle tour if you've watched that. If not, go and check it out because I show it to you all up close. Yeah, so I currently ride English, and that's because Spike has a swayback. A lot of you would know that, and it's usually always linked down below, like I mentioned that, because otherwise people just always ask me like, what's wrong with him? So yeah, he has a swayback, so the only saddle that we can get to fit him was that one right there. It's just an all-purpose Tack Light. It's the new one, and yeah, it's the only saddle that we could get to fit him. So English is the answer to that question, because that's all I can ride right now. The next question is pony or horse, and horse definitely. I'm only 5'2", so I probably could ride a pony and I wouldn't look ridiculous, but I just prefer horses over ponies. Number 3, what is the most expensive thing you have bought for horse riding besides your horse? And that would also be that saddle. It was definitely the most expensive purchase that I've ever made for my horse. In fact, it even cost more than my horse did, so yeah. Number 4, what is the least expensive thing you have ever bought for horse riding? And I was having to think about this, and I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I'm sure I've bought lots of cheap things over the time of owning horses, but I can't really remember what the exact cheapest thing I've bought is. I suppose it would probably be like treats or something. Yeah, because they're not very expensive. If we're talking tack, then it's probably like, I don't know, saddle pads, because they're pretty cheap. I got one the other day, it was like 16 bucks, so I was super chuffed. So yeah, probably either treats or like saddle blankets or something. Number 5, what age were you when you started riding? I rode on and off as a kid on friends' horses, but I didn't actually start lessons until I was about 14. So that's the age that I say that I started, because that's really when I began to learn how to ride. You know, it was like I was actually taking lessons, not just getting on horses and kind of winging it. So yeah, 14. 6, how often do you ride? I don't ride Spike all that often anymore, or now, because I'm currently re-educating him and we've gone right back to groundwork. You would have seen some of the groundwork we've been doing with him in my previous video, which was a barn vlog. So yeah, I try to get out to see him at least 2 times a week. I'd like to get out more, but he's 45 minutes from where I live and it's kind of hard with work and stuff. So yeah, I get out there at least 2 times a week, so I work with him yeah, for that time, but we haven't actually started any ridden work yet, because I just like to get his groundwork really solid before we start him on anything else. Number 7, what do you call where you ride? I usually just say like I'm going to the property owner's name's house. I'm not going to say her name obviously, but I usually just say I'm going to her house or whatever. We don't really have, like, the property does have a name, the adjustment place has a name, but I rarely use it. Yeah, so I just say I'm going to blah blah's house. 8, what is the most recent thing you bought for horse riding? And I was at Horseland the other day and I got 3 things, which I'm going to be showing you in a tack haul. January tack haul, because I've decided that instead of doing like tack hauls whenever I buy stuff, I'll just save it all up and then do like a collective monthly tack haul. So I'll have a January tack haul up at the end of this month and I'll show you all the things that I bought in January. But the most recent thing that I bought was 3 things, but we'll just go with one of them, and it was that saddle pad that I just spoke about before. It was $16, and I was like, 16 bucks, yes please. And it was grey, and I've wanted a grey saddle pad for like ever, and I don't know if it's going to look good on Spike, but like I'm obsessed with like neutral colours, like grey. My entire house is like decorated grey, all my furniture's grey, so I'm like, when I saw it I was like, yes. Number 9, who do you look up to in riding? I don't really have like a specific person that I look up to. I admire lots of different horse riders and horse trainers, and I like to look at lots of different people's methods and the way that they train their horses. I don't really have one specific person who I look up to more than anyone else, but I am following Warwick Schiller's methods to bring Spike back into work, obviously taking him through his training program. So I suppose if I had to pick someone, it would be him, because that's the person that I've chosen his training methods to train my horse. So yeah, if I had to pick one person, I'd probably pick him. 10, lessons or no lessons. I'm not currently taking lessons, but I will be taking lessons once Spike is back into work more. I want to start taking dressage lessons because that's what I'd obviously like to do with him once he's back in work. Yeah, so no lessons currently, but definitely I do think that lessons are super important. Even, you know, people who ride Olympic level, they still have lessons every single week with their trainers. So lessons are super important. You know, there's always things we can work on, and it's always a good idea to get like a outsider's perspective. You can't see yourself ride, and yeah, it's just good to have someone there with you who can tell you what you need to work on. 11, what treats do you give your horse? Spike likes licorice. That's one of his favourite treats. He likes these biscuit things that I can get from Horseland. They're called Horse Bix or something. They come in 2 flavours, apple and carrot. He hates carrot, loves apple. He also really likes barbecue succotash, which are like rice crackers. If you don't have those where you are, he is obsessed with those. Like, you cannot go near him with a packet of them. He will run you down for them. And yeah, just things like carrots and apples, you know, all that generic horse treat stuff. He loves that too. He's a bit of a pig, so I think you could take him any treat, or almost any treat, and he would be like your best friend for life. 12, what is a weird habit you have in horse riding? And I couldn't actually think of anything for this one. Yeah, I don't know. I've watched a whole bunch of videos and people have either been able to come up with something straight away or have been getting stuck on this question. And I'm sure I have one, but I have no idea. Number 13, what is your ideal job with horses? I don't know that I would ever want to work with horses. It's my hobby, and I don't know if I'd want to make it my job. Yeah, so I don't think I'd like to work with horses. I have volunteered at like horse rescue places and at riding for the disabled previously, and I really loved that. So I think I would probably volunteer with something to do with horses before I actually got a job working with horses. Number 14, do you have or collect briars? I don't know how to say that, so obviously no, I don't. 15, what is your favourite online tack store? My favourite online tack store would be Horse Shed Direct, I think, would probably be my favourite online tack store. I've bought a lot of stuff from them over the last few months, and they're an Australian store, so if you're overseas you probably won't be able to buy stuff from them. But if you're in Australia and you haven't heard of them, then I definitely recommend that you check them out, because the stuff that they have is just like ridiculously cheap. And yeah, I have ordered things from them probably, I don't know, a handful of times over the last few months, and everything comes super quick and it's excellent quality and so cheap for what it is, and yeah, I just can't fault them. So yeah, if you're in Australia, definitely check them out. So that is all the questions for the equestrian tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really sorry it's another face to camera video, but like I said, it has been raining here for like, I don't know, days again. it's all it's doing. It's summer and it just won't stop raining, and it's really frustrating because I just want to go out and work with Spike. It's like every time we get, you know, we make a little bit of progress in his training, it rains again, and then we end up having to have like a week off, and it's kind of like going back to the start, even though it's not really going back to the start, but it just feels like it. So yeah, I'm sorry about another face to camera video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and hopefully I will see you again soon.